All right. Welcome to the Grand Era YouTube channel. It is me, Foxy, and I'm going to be talking about some new changes that have come to Conqueror's Blade during this last patch and the start of Season 9. One of the main things that have been changed is the prestige system, which has been completely changed, like overhauled, and some of the house functions. So now there's no longer a prestige gained by individual people. It is mostly gained by, well, there is, you can get some by individual, but um, let's go through how to get prestige because they've completely changed it, and this is focusing on the territorial aspect of the game. I am not talking about anything siege related, not talking about anything crafting related, only territorial war and prestige, declaring war, that sort of thing. So, um, you can get prestige. There's a cap. You cannot get higher than 50,000 prestige. You cannot get more than 4,000 prestige weekly. And how to obtain prestige? Well, you get prestige by house quests, which are these house quests here. You get prestige depending on how, like, if you completed these quests as a house. And when you go to the second stage, like this one is the second stage, because the first stage gives you 200 prestige. This one gives you 120 prestige. I'm expecting that they're gonna go down, maybe down to maybe 80 prestige after this one, but I'm not sure. And having control over a thief at the end of the territory war gives you also prestige. And during territory wars, launch a pursue battle. So this is about pursuing enemies in your territory or pursuing enemies in their territory. You can get some prestige from that. And that's basically, like, in short versions, this is how you get prestige. And prestige, like before you knew it, you could use your prestige to declare war on cities. For example, if I went for this city here, I could just click the declare war button, and before it cost me, like, say, if it's a village, it would cost me maybe 150 prestige. But now it's changed. You don't pay to declare war initially. At some point, you will pay to declare war, but I'm gonna go into that later. But basically, it doesn't cost prestige to declaring the wars initially. But there's like a requirement. You need a certain amount of prestige and a certain amount of house level to declare war. So first, you need the house level. Our house is level 1 right now. It's the start of the season, and it also needs the prestige requirement. So for this case, this is a village, and this village cost house level 1 and prestige level 1. This village here cost level 3, but still the same prestige. So we need the house level 3 for this one. And for cities, it's a bit higher. This is 6 and 15 prestige. 1,500 prestige. This, you don't pay the prestige. It is just a threshold you need to cross to declare the war. I don't know if somebody is above 1,500. No, it doesn't seem that way. And then, but that minimum house level is. So, this is one of the changes, which is you can see when you open the game, and if you're part of the house, like if you're Celestial like I am, or a Leech as I'm going to be soon, you can craft like field camps or outposts. And it's no longer prestige you use to craft field camps or outposts. It is now the house funds. So this is also done by completing house quests. And the artillery and like siege equipment, like siege towers, siege ballistas, trebuchets, it's also cost house funds. It doesn't cost you prestige anymore. And this and outpost gives you prestige for declaring war. So now when you declare war for a city or a village, let's go for this one again. Normally before that you had to fight over influence. This was the small resource sites over here, but not anymore. Now you the house with the most prestige, like the house prestige, the one which is right here. So the one with the highest prestige get ruling house. That's it. And if you're neck and neck, if you have exactly the same prestige as the other house, then then the one who clicks first on the city gets the city. The other way is for you to build outposts. And outposts gives you 200 extra prestige on the province. And field camps don't no longer gives you um, influence or prestige to the cities. Before, like some cities, if you have a lot of prestige, you just plump down like 10 field camps, and then all the enemies had to like destroy your field camps. But yeah, that's no longer a thing. And now I'm going to go a bit more in detail about the prestige and losing prestige, because that's the thing now. All right. So this is the patch notes for this season. And this is the ruling house, the most prestige. Yeah, so after launching it, yeah. So, okay, so I'm going to declaring war, because that's what I got to. So now, when you declare war, you if you don't control any thieves, anything, you can and you have the requirement for declaring the wars. For this instance, you need the prestige and the house level to match up with the quota. And for the first 4 cities you declare war on, it costs no prestige. It's free of charge. But when you go to the 5th one, like in the same territory war, it costs you 500. And for the 6th, it's 650. And above. So if you're like a more warmonger, want to declare war on everything, it's gonna cost you a lot of prestige. And you may think, I just need this one more to declare war, but then bam, you're no longer ruling house, because you lost so much prestige for declaring all these wars. So you can't go for them anyways. There is a lot of ways to lose prestige as well. So war declaration, like it says here, a war declaration, like if you declare war earlier than 24 hours before the territory war, and you lose the attack, you will lose 25% prestige loss. And if it's during the territory war, it is 100%, like times 2 prestige loss. I'm not sure how this is calculated, because I'm going to other ways to lose prestige during these wars. So I'm not sure how this is calculated. Maybe they take all the losses, add them together, and then times it up by how much other things what happened. So if you control, if you're controlling weak thieves, if you already have some forts, it costs prestige to go for villages, or for houses with 2 or 4 towns and forts. Declaring war against villages will cost you prestige. So if you have a lot of forts and towns but no cities, this will cost you prestige to go for more villages. So they want us to go for like a mix of having some cities, some thieves, some forts. And if a house with 5, it costs just more. This is just more. This is what I talked to you before about declaring the the wars against a lot of different thieves. So withdrawing, you can now withdraw from an assault. Like you can take back your declared attack, and this will cost you 200 prestige if you're not the ruling house. However, if you are the ruling house, this will cost you 500 prestige as well as an additional 10% of your current prestige. So this is a huge thing if you have a lot of prestige. So it really I'm not going to declare one for separate thieves that I'm not sure I can go for. Let's say like I'm a big house. We are pretty active in the Grand Era. So if we get a lot of we're gonna get a lot of prestige. And like if I attack like 4 cities, we take none of them. We're the ruling house. Like we're going to suffer so much prestige penalty that we could go down to 0. Because I believe this stacks. So let's say you can't take 10, like two cities. You are the ruling house. You're gonna lose 1,000 prestige as well as 20% of your current prestige pool. So that's huge. So you're gonna be a lot more careful for your prestige or for your war declaration. And like withdrawing, so that's also a thing. But I don't think that this counts towards the penalty up here. Where was it? Yeah, this one. I don't know if this counts as well as this one, because failed attacks will result in prestige loss. I'm not sure if that counts when you are withdrawing. So yeah, it's a thing you have to think about. Okay, so if you lose thief during the territory war, I assume that this is also villages. So if you just raid a lot of villages, you will also lose prestige when they capture them back. Entire time they will gain a small amount of prestige. So if you successfully defend the cities or villages, you will then gain prestige from defending them until the end of the territory war. And there's also some the field camps. I already talked about this, and you will no longer get prestige from doing thief quests. So now the thing for doing thief quest is a bit it's not that good as before, and also the amount of prestige you gain from controlling, like the amount of prestige you get from controlling cities seems to be pretty good. Like if you are controlling the thieves during the end of the territory war, you will get prestige. So this might be a like getting spiraled all over control. Like you can't if you are a strong house and you're a big strong house, and you keep it together, you don't lose any territory. You're gonna get so much prestige from having the cities, upgrading the cities. So you can just do more and more and more stuff, because you will be the one to have the ruling house because you have the most prestige because you're a big ass house. Compared to small houses which only have like 30 active players or 20 active players, and they're not gonna do that much, because if they lose, like the loss of prestige during this war is so huge. It seems like it, at least. When you level up the cities, you'll get prestige. Like the thieves owned by your house upgrades, they will give prestige. There's also some changes to the battles. From now on, it's going to be 10 and 15 minutes battles. If you capture X point as the aggressor, the battle will be increased with 10 to 15 minutes, depending on if it's siege or a field battle. So that's a thing. So just keep in mind that it's not really an option anymore to wait the timer out. As defender, before you could wait the entire half an hour during the war. If they were horrible at attacking the city, you can just wait and not be attacked until the second part of the territory war, like the first 30 minutes and the last 30 minutes. So you wouldn't be able to, but you could only be attacked 2 times. in this sense. But now you could probably be attacked 3 or 4 times, depending on how the siege goes. And I mean, I like the initial changes for the minutes, but sometimes you could be like in a really tight spot. Like it's a good players defending the city, and it needs more than 15 minutes to take the X point. Some cities are very hard to. It's harder to go to X point than the base. For example, some cities are harder in this regard. Some cities are easy in this regard. The other thing is that it seems to be the same thing as last season for like fighting for capitals. It seems to be based on the prestige of these. These gives you prestige to the Lions' contribution to go for the capitals. So this is the same thing as before. So it's only for the individual cities or thieves. But yes, thank you so much for watching, and leave a like, comment, mention me if I said something that is completely wrong or something like it. But thank you guys for watching.